Thank you guys for tuning in to another Tallinn tennis video. Today I'm going to be reviewing my new racket that I chose for myself, which is the VCORE 98. In my last video I was playing around with the VCORE 100 and the EZone 98, but overall the EZone 98 was fine, but I really fell in love with the spin that I got from the VCORE, but the 100 was too much power for me. The 98 had the perfect balance of power and control for at least my baseliner playstyle. I was able to get a lot more power and spin from this racket than I normally would have gotten from my Babolat Boost Drive, especially because it has a heavier head weight than the other one. I'm going to be reviewing the power, the control, the speed, and the spin for this racket, and I'm rating it out of 10. And right off the bat, as you can see, the power from this is a lot more better than my Babolat Boost Drive. It's insane how much more head speed I get. Like in the air, I can already feel how much faster it's just going through and cutting through the ball, and it helps up with my preparation time. It helped me with everything, especially it gave me lag without me even thinking about it. Like I can see it through my video. It helped me so much. I have to say though, if you are very used to putting full body force into that forehand because of a lighter racket, you definitely have to get used to the power. I would give it a 9 out of 10 for me personally, but if you are someone who is dealing with a lighter racket and you're just used to putting all your body weight just to get that power, you don't have to worry about it with this one. You can put in body weight but still be able to get a controlled, powerful shot with less of the work. I was able to get powerful shots and make it in the court just hitting it the same way I did with my old racket, and it was like 20 grams lighter. So you don't have to worry at all about making sure your balls are in the court as long as you have a good feel with the spin. Now moving on to the spin, it's insane. Right off the bat, I'm gonna give this a 9 out of 10 for spin as well. For me, I really hit flatter forehands, so it was a little bit harder for me to generate the spin in general. I could see it when I'm hitting the flat forehands, but one thing I was working on with my coach was to do the the flick of the wrist kind of to get more wrist action. I'm sorry, just so I can generate a lot more topspin, because I still haven't unlocked the full potential of this racket, because my flat shots are fine with the power, but the spin, I haven't unlocked it yet with my forehand. But with my slices, the drop shots, and everything, whoever had that play style will love this racket. The drop shots were insane. The slices were so smooth. It's just a great racket overall for someone who really has a good backhand slice and stuff. And as for the feel up at the net, personally, I wasn't up at the net. That's just not my play style. I did go up there sometimes just to test it how I feel, because I do want to be an all quarter eventually once I get more used with my volleys. And I got great direction, great control, and great touch onto the net. I would give it an 8 out of 10, just because the power can be a little bit overwhelming sometimes when you're trying to place the ball on those tight angles. For me, when I'm up at the net, I have to basically use a lot more power with my older racket because of how light it was. But with this one, you get a full force of speed just by doing the regular motion, and I feel like that was just a little bit overwhelming for me in general, just because I'm not used to that. But whoever is very good up at the net, it'll just be a really great experience for you. But you might want to just dial back and hold back on the power when you're up there, just to get used to how heavy it feels and how hard it hits. If you're more of a hard hitter up at the net, I would probably recommend the 95, just because it's more controlled with less of the power. But I didn't demo that yet. I just know that the smaller head size will give you just more of a control and nicer feel. And overall, the control is insane. I'm able to place my shots all throughout the court and make sure it's in the baselines. One downside is, though, I have noticed that sometimes I would have to hold back on my power just because it was a little bit overwhelming in the beginning. But either way, just let me know what you guys think. If you've tried it out, let me know the strings you used, how you felt, what tension it was at. Just let me know how you felt about this racket. Currently I'm using, for the mains, Polytor Fire strung at 53, and then the crosses are Dynawire strung at 53 as well. But that's just what works best for me. Just leave any comments below if you guys have different preferences, what you think about the control and power on this racket, and what racket you guys actually use, and maybe I'll test out and demo them and give them a review in the next video. Thank you.